So, balance. It's taken me a little while to come out here and film this. I think the main reason is part of me doesn't want this project to end. It's been such a big part of my life now for however long it's been, 3 or 4 years, that, I can't quite believe that it's almost over. I almost kind of want to just keep the RCP for myself as my own little baby. But I promised myself that I'd get it out there. So that's what I'm going to do. To kind of give some backstory into balance, I have to go a little bit into what's been going on in my life for the past few years. Well, last year, since the release of Chaos, really. I've been a graphic designer for the past 5 years or so. Things were going really good for me, and it's interesting because after Chaos came out, that all kind of went to shit, basically. With all the AI stuff that came out last year, DALL-E, Mid-Journey, all that, I lost a lot of clients. And I know this isn't related to balance right now, but I'm getting to that. Yeah, and then this all happened not long after Chaos was released, which was quite funny, actually, because it kind of just plummeted my world into chaos shortly thereafter. So the past year or so, I've been trying to build myself back up. Whilst I've been doing that, I'd been working on balance. And it's just funny that whilst I've been working on these EPs, or the Chaos Balance over the past few years, it's funny how there's been so many times where the EPs have been parallel to things that have been going on in my life. Maybe it's just because I had the EPs in mind, but yeah, to be honest, I'm still very much living through a period of chaos right now. I'm still recovering from everything from last year, but I'm in a better place and I'm working on it. So last year, after I, basically figured out I need to find a new career path, I took a little bit of time off. I've been working hard for quite a few years now. I hadn't really had any time off, and I got back into the gym. Working on balance once I got back into the gym, it was interesting because it was almost like I was writing tunes to motivate myself. Not that I love going to the gym, but to go that extra mile, to push myself further. And that's kind of where the origins of this EP was. It was basically me trying to push myself and motivate myself to get up and not resign myself to being depressed and miserable all the time because of work. As far as the inspiration behind it, I took a lot from, it's kind of embarrassing to admit now, but a lot of Kanye West's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Lost in the World, and Power, I think, the main tracks, really. Yeah, I say embarrassing to admit that now because, everyone knows what he's been up to, and it's not really a good look, is it? But yeah, that's where it came from. I wanted those big anthemic tunes that pump you up, but still had some moments of tenderness that parallel to order. So there's a mix of both, chaos and order. That was, that was the intent, to make a final EP that kind of had a bit of sounds from both of those first two EPs. And like I said, the story of the 3 EPs is to navigate through order and chaos and find balance in your life. And I'm very much going through that navigation right now. trying to figure out what my place is in the world and how I can contribute and find some sort of meaning other than just working myself to death. And it's funny because I looked back at the old videos of me doing the behind the scenes for the old EPs, Order and Chaos. And I'm in my late 20s now, almost 30. And it's just interesting to look back and see myself then, and would I have been happy with myself knowing where I am now back then? Would I have been pleased with what I've done and the music I've made? And now that I've finished this saga of releases, this kind of trilogy of EPs, you know, the next thing that comes to mind is like, what's next? Well, they're not over yet. I'm releasing the 3 EPs as a full album, with remixes from a few of my fellow producer friends, which is coming out later this year. So that's next for the immediate future, but as far as after that, I don't know. I'm always going to be making music. You just have to stay tuned and find out. And one thing I want to say about myself through this the trilogy of EPs is that I'm proud of myself for seeing it through and giving each EP everything I could give it. I can take that with me for the rest of my life, knowing that I gave these EPs everything I could give.